All right, I am excited about today. I'm kind of getting back to my roots of exploring the marsh, fishing stuff that I've kind of come across in recent weeks that just kind of looked good as I was passing it, but never fished it. Look, right up here, I don't know if you can see that. It's an old kind of decaying bayou. It's all subsided around here, but you can see the remnant, lots and lots of grass here. I've got a bunch of these types of spots picked out for today to fish. Never fished them before, but man, I'm excited about fishing them today. Don't have perfect conditions. We got a west wind. Water's not all that pretty, but I'm hoping I can find some better water and find a whole bunch of fish. Let's see. All right, as you can tell, I've gotten an early start. That sun's not up yet. I'm gonna start this morning with this Fish Lab frog. It's a bait that's new to me. I fished a lot of frogs, obviously. This is the first time I fished this one. We've got some good matted grass. Got an alligator, but it just looks really froggy in here. And what I like about throwing these frogs on the edges of this matted grass is that redfish and bass both love them. All right, we're almost to the end of our little bayou. Nothing on the frog. Give this SB57 a few cranks before we head on to the next area. All right, so today is one of those days I'm gonna have to shift on the fly. When I did all my map study yesterday, I had a route picked out intending to fish a bunch of points because the tide is supposed to be rising right now based on what it's done the past couple of days at this time. But man, it's actually screaming out. So that point pattern isn't going to be as good as a drain pattern. Got to go find some marsh drains. All right, stop number 3, and you can really see here how far that water's out. Lots of exposed bank here. This tide's got to be just about to switch. Hoping to find some drains in here and take advantage of this while it's falling, because I know it's going to be rising soon. All right, with this water out, I'm gonna give this Limbo Slice Matrix Shad a try. I got it on a 3/8 ounce death grip jig head. It's kind of a T right here. It's a little late in the year for trout to be inside, but with this water low, the reds could be stacked in an area like this. Ooh, oh, you dirty dog. I gave him too long. Oh, there's a fish. All right, redfish. That's definitely a red. Yep, sure is. It's a small red, but he's a keeper. All right, he's not that small. He's bigger than I thought he was. It's about an 18-inch fish. Good way to start the morning. There he is. There he is. He's coming up like a trout. It is a trout. Look at this. Late season speckled trout. I think he's barely 12. I don't know, man. He's going to be close. This is what happens this time of year. You get these juveniles that remain in the marsh, whereas the mature fish move out. I think he's too little, but we're going to check. He's about 11 3/4. We'll let him go. It was a fun fight though. Really, really hard hit for such a little fish. Well, here comes a tower boat. Must be a redfish tournament going on around here. Seen a bunch of these today. All right, time to continue our tour of Plaquemines Parish. See what else we can find. Last cast. I think our tide is just about done. So we'll be fishing a rising tide the rest of the day. All right, I ran by this, but you can see this boiling water right here as this tide's pushing against this bank. It just really looks good. So I gotta make a couple casts. This is the pattern I like to fish when the specks are in, but very often the reds will stack up in similar areas. And heck, I mean, it's not crazy to think we can catch a straggler trout or two. I already caught a throwback speck. I'm sure there's a few keepers left in. I've caught them inside as late as June 15th, but usually by the end of May, it's over. Oh, there's a fish. No idea what this is. He hasn't come up. Oh, it's a cat. It's a foul hooked blue cat. It's amazing how often we foul hook these things. Don't know why. They must just come and inspect the baits and just get too close. It felt like he thumped it. All right, one catfish, that's it. Time to mosey. Keep on exploring. All right, these are the types of shorelines I really like. This is about, I don't know, 5 feet of grass sticking off this shoreline, and then it drops off. Where the boat is 12 feet, so there's not a big gap at all between where I am and that shoreline. I really like shorelines like this. I find that the bass will cling right to the edge of that grass, and if you hop it a little bit away down that ledge, that's where the reds typically are. So I throw right up on top of it, pull it immediately off, let it fall. If I get a hit immediately, it's almost certainly going to be a bass. And then I like to continue to hop it out in hopes of catching redfish. And for this style of fishing, this Pro's Choice is really a good option because it's so sleek. It just comes right through that matted grass really easily. Seldom do you get grass on the lure. And reds and bass both love it. And it is scented, so that doesn't hurt with the redfish, obviously. Doesn't hurt with the bass either. Now, to me, scent, unless you're just letting a bait sit in one spot, scent helps more to keep a fish tied up than it does to actually attract a bite. I just think they get it in their mouth, it tastes good, they're less likely to spit it before you can set the hook. I'm sure there's times where the fish gets close, inspects the bait, gets a whiff of it, then eats it. But I like it more just to get those fish to hold the bait longer. There's a fish. Oh, that was definitely a red. Hit my Pro's Choice soft stick bait. I didn't get the best hook set, thus I lost him. He smoked it though. Ooh, goodness, did he tattoo that bait? That's a big red. I was fooling my trolling motor and he just drilled it. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful red. Let's see if I can land him. Unlike the last one. About 25 inches, I'd say. All right, just realized he's hooked. He's taking us for a ride. That was literally one of the hardest hits I've ever gotten in my life. That fish was furious. It's always amazing to me how much harder fish fight this time of year than in the winter time. Come on, dude, you're too big for me to lift. You're gonna have to be netted. Man, just a beautiful fish. He's actually a little bit bigger than I thought. He's about a 27-incher. Just a big, healthy, beautiful redfish. Let's go measure him, then we're gonna let him go. No, he's about 25. I was right. Should have gone with my first guess. That's what I like to see. Well, could have been a crab, could have been a redfish. It's not a clean slice, so I'm guessing it was a red. Just didn't get the hook. Got everything but. This is our buddy Al. He doesn't want to go down. It's a pretty big gator. This guy's not afraid of us at all. Look at him. Just swimming along, spooking all our fish. All right, I've gotten 3 hits from redfish and none from bass. So I'm gonna work the ledge. We use this limbo slice matrix shad on the death grip. I already got this tied on. An exposed hook might help with those reds. I'm not getting any bites from bass anyway, so I don't really need to focus right up on the edge of that grass. Seems like the reds are definitely pulled back onto that ledge, off that ledge. There's a fish. Feels weird. Yeah, it's weird. Another catfish. Another blue cat. Whether the fishing's great or a little slow, I always know I'm gonna eat well by stopping here at Zydeco's. It's just on the north side of the bridge in Belle Chase, or as Siri calls it, Belle Chasse. But the food here is always top notch, and I've stopped to grab a meal today. I know I'm gonna eat like a king. Hey, good, how are you?
Are you ready?
Just one, yeah. If I get a shrimp platter, can we do grilled shrimp? Or is that
Yes,
okay.
you can do grilled shrimp.
I'm gonna take the grilled shrimp platter then. Perfect. Delicious. All right, man, that was fantastic. Really on point. And now I'm driving home fat, full, and happy. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the Marsh Man channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marsh Man.